Hey guys, it's me, Rob Cicetto, the zombie guy, the zombie portraits guy. How y'all doing tonight? Let's do some drawing, shall we? Oh, it's a subject so near and dear to my heart. Oh, so dear to my heart. Yeah, Godzilla. Yep. The old G-Man. The G-Man himself. The king of the kaiju. Yes, and many other... Gojira. Many other names. Fire Monster, I think, once. For a movie. Attack of the Fire Monster, and it was Godzilla, yeah. You know. But how y'all doing tonight? I'm starting a little early. I just wanted to kind of... You know, well, first of all, I gotta fix this foot. Because that ain't good. And do one of those, yes. Much better. Yeah. I just went with that because I sketched it, and then I was like, no, that foot wouldn't bend or be at that perspective. Plus, this makes his legs look longer. Which he doesn't have long legs at all. And this is sort of more, if you can't sort of tell, it's more like a Shin Godzilla iteration. More of that, you know, than any other era. Yeah, I find that version of Godzilla far more horrific. Yeah, like he just seemed like almost a zombie or lifeless, like or just like so uncaring, you know, and even with those like eyes at the beginning, like his first form, which I've never done before. I don't know. Maybe if fans want to see that, I'll do his full transition from kind of tadpole to, you know, towering menace. You know. So yeah, I love this hand. I love how that hand turned out. It looks so three-dimensional and towering, you know. You're looking up at it, you know, and I could even put like a couple like birds flying by or some, you know, something crazy, like, you know, to show the scale, you know. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I chose to sort of do the more Shin Godzilla design for this one. As you can see, that those sort of rigor mortis hands, you know, stuck in that, you know, clawing, pleading, I don't know, clutch. Yeah, that is pretty, like, horrific too. And just covered in sort of scars and burn marks, and yeah, like it's constantly evolving, you know. And he is. That was the sort of terror, you know, of the where it would go, right? So you know what, you almost want to keep that in mind when you're drawing too. Give your character whatever it is, even if it's an established character or whatever, you know, whatever character you're doing, give it a little backstory. Like in this case, I'd be like, okay, well, which Godzilla is it first? All right, it's the Shin Godzilla. So how did he turn zombie? And, you know, it could be a number of things, right? It could be a total number of things. And each of those things, each of those like reasons for it turning into a zombie can be, you know, illustrated completely differently, right? So it's almost like this unlimited thing. I just wanted to check the chat if there's anyone there, but not yet. That's all good. Yeah, I'm a bit early, but you know what I wanted to do here? Here's this. I'm sure you guys would rather watch me you'd rather watch me like ink than put washes on. So I'm going to kind of do that now. So by the time, excuse me, more of you, tune in, I'll be a little further on into the good stuff, instead of the rather, yeah, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of tedious, I think maybe too, but to each their own, man. Like, you could be trying to pick up the way I'm, brushing it on there or whatever. I don't know what's valuable to you, at your point in development as an artist. If you're like looking for that kind of, like, those kinds of tips or those kinds of, like, tutorial type of things, like watching an artist do something from the ground up, I hear that's pretty popular. And especially if you like the artist, right? Like, if you've seen that artist's stuff before, like in all of these places, it's kind of interesting to see how they do it, too, I think. I've always loved that. Like, I've always loved watching artists draw and stuff. Like, it's just miraculous, man. It's just, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, so here we are with mutated zombie Shin Godzilla. Yeah, I posted it earlier saying, hey, if you want to come check out the process, stop by at 9 tonight. Like I said, I'm a bit early, but that's just to kind of get this out of the way. Like, I'm gonna use darker colors and everything, but that's the base, right? Like, this is the base, and it's that really charcoal. But like, I'm gonna affect it with some browns and blues and things of that nature. But yeah, for now, I'm just putting the base gray on there. I do that because it adds depth and tone. Like, it sets the tone. These are zombies, man. Like, they're worn. They're not like their colors are not vibrant. They can be. I mean, I'm not saying that's not an option, but like, most of the time you see zombies as like shuffling like creatures, humans that are ripped in dirty clothes, and they're rotting and whatever. They're in different states of like decay. I could, I would watch Walking Dead, and I would, like, for some reason, because I guess they filmed in Atlanta, like, it seemed like it was always super hot. And I'm thinking, like, man, just the smell of groups of zombies like that walking down the interstate in the sweltering heat, that alone would probably asphyxiate you, man. Like, that is powerful. That rotting smell. Oh my goodness. If you're downwind from that, and it would be kind of cool if more movies address that, or TV shows or whatever, zombie related, things of that nature. I think they kind of address that sometimes in Dracula lore. Like, they detect a foul smell or whatever. I think I've kind of heard that being tossed around in vampire lore, but yeah, zombies legit smell, man. Like, come on. Yeah. So there we've got a nice gray base. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna create some depth. I'm gonna darken those colors. I'm gonna start inking as soon as it's dry for you guys. By the way, it is sweltering hot here, and yeah, it's quite awful. So I'm dressed in like really crappy loose clothes. So pardon that, please. That is pretty bad. But I have no choice, man. Like it's my thermostat is like it doesn't go anymore on the thing on the on the chart or whatever dial or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's the needle's buried. Yeah, I think it was like 41 or something like that today. And I had to go out and do stuff too. Oh man. Yeah. Anyways, poor me. Yeah, I'm afraid of the hot. No, it's not the heat, it's the humidity, man. Y'all knew that was coming. It's a dry heat, Sarge. Yeah, so, you know, I'm putting some, incidentally, yes, I'm doing some zombie Pokemon too. And I should probably say, all of the art that you see me do here today, wow, that's hard to get out. All the art that you see me do here today will eventually go on to my Patreon page, which I will have a link to in the description, and my zombie portraits page, which also carries all the new art in the blog. All the new Zombie Daily art goes right there as well. So it's Zombie Daily on Patreon first for my patrons, and then immediately on to zombie portraits in the blog right at the bottom of the page, and then all the other socials after that. So if you want to see it first, check out. And if you want to see more, like just tons more, yeah, just check out the Zombie Daily page on Patreon. Which, yes, I will have the link to in the description below. And please, guys, subscribe. Don't be shy, you know? We've known each other for a little while now if you've been watching regularly. Yeah, so please subscribe to the channel, and like the videos. Like the videos. That really helps. It really helps other people to see the stuff that I do, and you know, get my name out there, and then you can go, oh, I knew that guy. But yeah, no, like, you know, if there's anyone out there that you know might dig this stuff. You know, zombie everything, man. You know, traditional art and all that awesome stuff. You know, send them my way, man. Send them my way. I'd be glad to have you know, new followers, friends, subscribers, fans. You know, I love to reach, you know, new people with my art, and yeah, I'll be doing way more stuff. Like I'll be touching on a lot more things, like comics and what else? Like super, like huge, large pieces, like posters and stuff. Yeah, things of that nature. So I've got. I have a big poster. Piece to do, and that is for the CreatureCon. That's for CreatureCon, and so yeah, that I'm doing that poster next. So if you want to watch me do that, also from the ground up, I'll probably do a full, you know, couple days of posting the making of the poster, you know, from the reference and everything, even so. Because it's supposed to be sort of a Tales from the Crypt-ish type thing, and it's got to include, you know, specific characters and stuff, and so yeah, there's a few nuts and bolts to it. So yeah, it's a pretty neat project. It obviously right up my alley, right? Because it has that horror zombie aesthetic and comic aesthetic, right? So especially the EC era of comics, which, man, Oni Press is really putting out a lot of those EC inspired comics. I just saw a new one today I'd never even heard of. Like I can't remember what the what was the cover? So, a lady in some kind of ink or something. I don't know what it was, but I can't remember the name of the title. Bloodletting, maybe, or I don't know, something like that, maybe. But yeah, it had the EC, the new Oni Press gimmick cover, right? The cover with that stuff. So it's from that line, So yeah, I'm like, wow, another one of these. They must be doing okay, I guess. I started collecting those, but then I was like, I don't know, man. I expected more. Like, those EC books were like timeless, man. Like works of art. Not that I'm knocking the people that are doing these, but it's like you don't like. All you need is eyes to know what I'm talking about, man. and you need to recognize shapes and patterns, and you'll know what I'm talking about, man. Like it's just not of that, caliber, man. And I kind of thought maybe it would be, But comics, damn it, you fooled me again. No, read comics, guys. Read comics, man. That is one of the few really unique things we have left, like actual paper comics. That is awesome. It's like I said before. It's kind of like wrestling. There's nothing like wrestling, and you could say like MMA and all that kind of stuff, but it isn't like wrestling. Wrestling is a thing unto itself, and there's nothing really like that. So that's why I kind of support. I support wrestlers type of thing, because yeah, man, like that's a thing that. How does it exist? It just exists through its like pageantry and like over the topness and like utter uniqueness, with elements of soap opera and I don't know, action shows, I guess, too, to a degree. With the backstage segments and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, so here's another Pokemon, and I believe I am up to 220. Yeah, I think that was the final count. So 220, man. That's not counting these new ones. So, yeah. I'm getting them done, man. Slowly and surely. I'm not just concentrating on them, but I do enjoy them when I kind of do like a little bunch like this, So yeah. And it's kind of just promo, like getting people to check the sites out, man. Like, giving you cool things for your eyes, man, all the time. And that's what I really love doing. Cool things for the eyes all the time. Yeah, so check out my zombie portrait site, guys, and get yourself a zombie portrait, of course. Man, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. You talk about uniqueness. It is a custom thing for you. If you want to order a custom drawing, I'm all over that too. I love doing those as well. So if you have a character in mind that you'd like to have zombified and that, lay it on me. I'll my rates are extremely affordable because as I've said, I really believe in that, and I want to give people the most bang for their buck too. So yeah, that really means a lot to me. I find the world is ever like it's ever increasingly distant and and almost hostile towards you, and you know, you're like, it just sometimes feels like the walls are closing in, and you know, you're overwhelmed with stuff, and it's all fake. You know, it's all sort of like geared to evoke something out of you for their benefit, type of thing. And it's just nice to see like a real, you know, performance, or a real creation by a person who's dedicated their life to it, you know. And that kind of takes you away, and it makes you feel good, you know. Movies used to do that, man. Movies used to really sort of do that. I think movies have sort of gone astray. I hope they come back, man. I don't want them to not be good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to see good movies, man. And I know there's a lot of movies that are out there that are great that I haven't seen too, but like, you know, there's far more chaff than wheat, so to speak. Yeah, so yeah. So there's a little bit more of that character, which I like. I like that. I like that stance. I actually I kind of based this Godzilla drawing on the stance a little bit. Yeah. So you know, it yeah. This is just. I think it's way too. Well, maybe I could put another coat on. Maybe like another wash on, rather, coat. Painting a house. Just want to see if. Okay. All right. So here we go with another additional wash, or just adding some underlying color in there. There's some green and brown and blue, and yes, I just need to make sure that I differentiate everything enough so I can see what time it is here, man. Like, yeah, I don't want to get like, I've really established a good base, and I don't want to cover anything up to the point where I have to guess where my pencil line is, you know? So I have to tread carefully. Yeah. 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 I like it. I like it. I like it. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And Godzuki. Anybody ever watched the, oh man. I don't know, I thought the design was pretty awful. But the 80s Godzilla cartoon, man. Anybody familiar with that? Anybody watch that? That was that was something, man. That was something. They gave him a son, and it was Godzuki, and he could fly around. Oh man, yeah, that was crazy, man. Yeah, I think that was around the time of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, because I watched the crap out of that stuff when that was on. That was awesome. That stuff was the best. And then Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that was a great cartoon too. Yeah. Maybe I should do those guys. And the Herculoids. Yeah, maybe I should do those guys. Yeah, you know what? It's hard because I have to like. There's so many height differences and stuff it's hard to do all of them together with the zombified, parts evident. Like, the way I do it anyway. Like, I'm sure I could just zombify them all and they'd kind of look zombified and there wouldn't be that much, like, gore or anything. But, yeah. Yeah, I gotta do those guys. Herculoids, man, yeah. So, what else do I have? Oh, look at this. Yeah, this guy. Oh, I gotta do the, right. I gotta do I have to do the blue-green on his back. Because somehow that messed up, I guess, last time. And so, we're gonna do some green here. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do some green. And some blue. Right? Yeah. Still kind of looks pink to me. I don't know. See, I'm colorblind, man. It's true. If y'all didn't know, I am colorblind. And sometimes, like, I know these colors aren't the same. But I'm just going to actually do this. You can do that. Because it's yours. You can do whatever you want. Thought that color was established, did you? Wrong. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like this guy. He looks... so, again, he's got that sort of Godzilla build. Yeah. So that Godzilla is drying. Oh, I can't wait to ink it. Yeah, man. Yes. And then this guy, the shellfish kind of guy. But yeah, you can still zombify crustaceans, man. Yeah. You can still, maybe there's worms in his, like under his shell, and they sort of control him, even though he's dead. He could be that kind of zombie, right? So, like I said, guys, there's so many different types of zombies, like, and ways of becoming zombies. Like, that's why I'll never get tired of doing this. Like, it's so fun. And again, like, I do other stuff, but, like, oh man, like, who doesn't want to draw zombies of everything, man? I don't know. I think that's just where my head's at. Can't help it. I'm not like other guys. Yeah, so I enjoy the whole zombie thing. That's why I'm the zombie guy, man. And you know what? I'm proud of that. I'm actually happy that people, refer to me as the zombie guy. That's kind of cool, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. I think it is. And I dig that, man. I think it is cool. Yeah, just creating some, form, shape, texture, dots and dashes. There, I'm putting those kind of, maybe the teeth are going to emerge from underneath, the shell. That shell could be, soft too, right? I'm not sure if it is hard, a hard shell. Like, it looks like a hard shell, but in Pokemon lore, I don't know if it's if it's soft or hard. I lie awake screaming. Yeah, just to add, like, it has that, you know, top of the eye. The eye is in the eye is in that, like, under that little egg yolk, you know. You know, see that? Yeah. So we're going to put a little highlight in there and make it even more, you know, three-dimensional. Yeah, there we go. And, you know, I think I might even use, what will I use? You know what, I could even use a Sharpie. It's true. Why not? Yeah, darken some of those areas. Sharpies can be good too. I wouldn't swear by them for anything, you know, but they're great for doing caricatures. They're not bad for like some types of drawings. Like I do cartooning, right? So I literally use a Sharpie, and it gives me that big fat line that I kind of don't have to worry about, and then I just kind of build on it and put little details here and there, and it, you know, it's good. Like Sharpies can be good, man. They can be good for certain things. But, like, you know, like anything, they don't last very long. The tips don't last very long, typically, especially if you're drawing with them, you know. But they do have their uses. For sure, caricature, doing caricatures, man, like, they're gold for that, you know. Drinking hot coffee on a hot day. So guys, check out my Patreon page, which is Zombie Daily, and all of the stuff that you see me do here will end up on that page. That's where it all goes. And if you have the ways and means to help support the page, all the proceeds, all the funds go to me getting art supplies, getting more art supplies, so I can continue doing this page. So it is a beautiful circle. Oh man, yeah, it really is a circle of life. It keeps the drawings alive, even if they're zombie drawings. Yeah, like I think my ultimate goal was like $250 a month. But if 500 people on this planet like my stuff enough to like throw in $2 a month, that is all I could ever ask for. That would be the best thing in the universe. That I could actually build an art supply, like sustaining thing. You know, where yeah, I just have tons of like, Copic markers that like color with like all the different colors and stuff like that, blending tools and things of that nature. And like I said, they don't have to be Copic markers. I like I just use that phrase because I know everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that. But I could go, start with the cheaper markers, or more affordable rather. It doesn't mean they're cheap, but yeah, start with those, but have like an array of markers. Like I have markers, but yeah, they're kind of scattered and not really focused in amounts of different colors. There's like weird type colors, and yeah. But I make do with them, actually. I really do. I really enjoy doing marker stuff on the watercolor paper. So yeah, like even the cheaper markers or more affordable ones, whatever you want to call them, you know, they're good. They're good, man. But yeah, like it'd be great to have that kind of thing for Zombie Daily. You know what I mean? For Zombie Daily, because yeah. Art supplies are pretty expensive, man. Even the cheap stuff. I found like when I found the watercolor paper at the dollar store, I flipped. I was like, oh, this is the best thing in the universe. But the thing was, like, I don't think they had it all. They have it all the time because I couldn't find it. So every time I do see it, I'll buy. They're like $3.50, I think, or $2.50. Like, maybe 20 pages. And man, like, yeah, they're awesome. Like, they're bulletproof. Like, you can throw anything at them, and they'll just keep going. Yeah, give me some more, and I won't smudge, and I won't and I'll dry immediately. You know, like all of these benefits, and it's the cheapest kind of paper I found, man. So you know. But that's for my style. Like, that's for kind of my style. So, but I think it would be great for anybody, man. Like, anybody. Because you could kind of commit no sins on it. You know what I mean? You could cover anything up and yeah, it's really great. It's really great. I love it. So, and it's so versatile. Like, I'm using the back. No, actually, this is a different paper entirely, but I'm actually using the back of the page, not the watercolor kind of like rough side. I'm using the back, the smooth side. So yeah. And you could tell, like, you could feel that, right? Like, you could feel the, you know, the texture of the paper. You know, I can tell how a paper's going to react just by touching it, because of because of the surface, right? That you have the porous paper, like the more, you know, watercolor type rag, paper, and then you have the hot press. You know, you have the cold press, and then you have the hot press. The hot press is more like Bristol board. The shiny, almost glossy surface. It's a pressed almost surface. Yeah. But yeah, those are things, right? And then depending on its makeup, it can either take watercolor or it can't. Like, it can't. Like, not all papers will, right? They'll just horribly buckle or start to like fall apart under your brush or whatever, right? So you kind of have to know and use the right paper. That's super, and it's not like a happy mistake. These are like, having your paper rip under your thing, like, unless that's the desired effect, is not good. You know, yeah, you're not going to have much of a drawing or a painting under that if your paper's coming up with the brush, you know. So I'm just putting a little thicker holding line on this little fella, and adding a little more pop, and maybe a little thicker line there too. And there's some worms. There are worms under the shell. You can actually see some of them in the eye socket. Yeah, that's what's controlling him now. So he's that kind, but he's dead. But he's being controlled. He's that type of zombie. There's some zombie Pokemon lore for you. You know. Yeah, because, you know, not all of them turned into zombies the same way, right? Like, some even generations might have a different, total different origin of how they became zombies. And or they could all be different too within that generation, right? So I'm adding the holding line on first. Here. Yeah, guys, check out my zombie portraits page. Pick up a zombie portrait, man, of yourself. I do them personally, of course. I would love to do yours next. I think you should get one. I think everyone should. They are kind of really cool pieces of art, man. Very unique things. Definitely one of a kind original art. I will mail the original painting to your home, to your place of home or businesses. Wherever you want me to send that, I will send you the original painting rather, in the mail, and you will get a JPEG, a high-res JPEG of the image as well, of the portrait as well, so you can, if you want to use it for your avatar or anything like that around Halloween, or just every day, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I'd love to do yours next. I think I think you'd love one. I think you would love one. Yeah, more Pokemon, more Pokemon. So it's the Pokemon Zombie Factory here today again. And you know what? Here's the biggest Pokemon of all time, Godzilla. Yeah, just letting him dry. Oh, I can't wait to ink him, but I think I'm just going to add a couple of hotter highlights here for this guy. I'm going to use that, I don't know, acrylic pen? Sharpie? I think it's called? Yeah, Sharpie. Creative marker. But yeah, I think these are acrylic pens. So, they don't always work. Sometimes they're too see-through, man, and sometimes they're not, and it's like, well, be consistent between, each thing. Yeah, I find the white is kind of weird. Like, as you can see, it's not, like, it goes on and then it kind of fades away after, while it dries, I guess, But yeah, you can kind of see it. I think it might not. You know what? Here it is. It's not the pen. It's me. It's what I'm using it for, right? And I'm not gonna crap on a company because I don't know how to use what they sell, right? So yeah, I probably shouldn't be using it on this type of porous type paper. Might work better on the other side of the like this side actually. Well, a blank side, of course, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm using the backs of the covers, man. Waste not, want not. Yeah, the backs of these are much less porous, so they probably work better there. Anywho, yeah, all the stuff that I do here in the studio, under your watchful eyes, all the art goes on my Patreon page and my zombie portraits page in the blog at the bottom. Plus there's more art, more unabridged banter. Yeah, sometimes I explain the art, how it came about, and things of that nature. It's basically Zombie Daily 2.0, the kind of remastered Zombie Daily, starting from scratch. But man, I've got like hundreds of images on there for you to peruse. Yeah, so check that out, and get yourself a zombie portrait, guys. So I think he is complete. Yeah, what do you think of that, guys? Okay, I think he's complete. So I've got two. I've got two that are complete. Yay! Two more complete ones. Remember this guy? He just looks like a chicken without a beak. Yeah, and like a crazy mouth, man. Anyway, yeah. If you want to hear my famous quote laughter, check out my last live stream, and you can use it as a ringtone or some shit. Yeah. So yeah, we're back to the big G here, and yeah, I can't wait. Man, I think it's a little too damp though. I think it's a little too damp though. Well, let's see. 5. No, I think I'll go with a 3. Do I have a 3? Oh, no, it's an 8. 2. I'm gonna keep close by. 0.2. Oh, is that a 3? No, that's not. Where's the 3s? Oh, there's one. Okay, hopefully this is a good one. Let's see how I do with the inking here. And I of course, I'm kind of just going by the pencils that I've got that, aren't written in stone, but are more of a guide. So I'll be adding things that don't go with the pencils that you might see on there. I might be ad-libbing some stuff. If you could see that, I don't even know if you can see like the pencils underneath. But yeah, I am going off script a bit for that. For some things, for some parts. Or just making up my own thing because I can't, there's not enough information there in pencil already. So, yeah, so anyway, just explaining the process, I don't know if it's boring or exciting or, educational or whatever, but, that's kind of what that's kind of what I do. So, yeah. So we got the hand, clutching hand. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm watching Shin Godzilla later on tonight, man. Yeah, I love that movie, man. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome. I love the goofy ones too, like Godzilla versus Megalon and all that. Oh man, that's total cake, man. That is total cake. Yeah, I love that stuff. Like Hedorah, the smog monster, that was nuts. That one was nuts, man. The sounds, even like the sounds that the creatures made, and like the falling sounds, and like everything about it. Like it's just so weird. Yeah. Yeah, but great, like so watchable because what's happening, what's gonna happen next. Where's Godzilla? But nothing beats like War of the Gargantuas, man. Oh, that came out of nowhere. That stuck in my childhood so deeply, man. And even other kids at school knew what I was talking about when I would mention that kind of nerd stuff. I'd be like, yeah, War of the Gargantuas, and then they're like, oh, is that the one where the monster spits out the clothing? And I'm like, yeah, man, like, if you must remember it for that, sure, that's the one, and yeah, that was crazy. That was weird, man. Like the creature eats the creatures eat the people and spit out the clothes. Well, one of them does, and then not even knowing the deal with that, I get I guess that deluxe version of it with Rodan, and like the Japanese version, they're Frankensteins. They're not gargantuas. They're Frankensteins. Because that is kind of like a loose sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World. I think it's the Toho Frankenstein version with the huge head, with the huge block head. You know what, man? I gotta do him too. I gotta do him too as a zombie. Yes, yeah, because he ugly, man. Like, holy crap. Yeah. So I think I gotta do that. But yeah, so that was a sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World, and where he fights Baragon. And I've never seen that. I've never seen that movie. I should I don't think it's, I don't know if it's streaming or not, but I'll try to find it. But yeah, War of the Gargantuas is a sequel to that movie, because parts of the Frankenstein grew into two monsters, man. They explain the whole thing, and you're like, wow, that, I did not know that, until I watched that version. So yeah, that was really everyone's like, wow. But no, it's cool. Godzilla trivia. The Godzilla Trivia Hour and drawing and friends. Yeah, so I'm drawing the, scars and all the, sagging flesh and bone. Yeah. Like his fingers are very bony. Like even in the movie, did I, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of that, because that's not, the thumb would be back here. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Yeah, that thumb didn't work there. It wouldn't have gone there. So yeah, you gotta have sometimes, remove things. Even if you're really far along in the process, sometimes you might notice something that doesn't work. You must exercise the demon. So I'm kind of going on the melted look for him. I think that kind of motif is good for this version, because he's mutating and stuff, man. Like he's undead, but still evolving, and yeah, that's a pretty scary idea, man. So you want to give him those attributes that show that, right? That's your sort of base. That's your backstory kind of thing. He's mutating and but still dead, and so even his powers of regeneration go haywire because of it, and they create awful other monsters, man, and that fall off of his body or something, and make sort of tumors or something like that. Yeah, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff you can do, right? It's horror and science fiction, so it's like, why limit yourself to anything, Yeah. If you can sell it in your drawing, man, if you can sell it in your drawing, then, for sure, do it, man. Write it, draw it. Yeah, it's good to get some. It's good to get some creative, urges out, even if they don't have to go anywhere, man. They don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to. That's, I think, the thing too that keeps people from doing it, because it's like, you know, they're maybe afraid of doing something, and it's like, no, like it'll go wherever you want it to go. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna consume your life. It's not gonna do anything, you know, negative to your life. You know, art will always enrich your life, if you let it, right? Whatever the outlet is, you know, whether it's singing or you know, drawing or you know, whatever kind of creating that you kind of do, right? Yeah, I'm getting really tight in there, man. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I really wanted this Godzilla to, you know, fill the page, so to speak. So I really tried to make him fit the page, and like, I'm cutting it super close, but you know, every you know, kind of part has a part of him, you know. So yeah, you got a nice X design. You know, it's dead center, but it, like, even, you know what, even that as a composition is a composition. I'm gonna put, you know, other little things down there, I think, you know, rubble, wreckage, whatever, or I might not. I might take that out. I don't know. I might, like, it depends on how I feel. I might just keep him, like, you know, front and center, and that's it, just him. Yeah, I might do that, I think. Yeah, you make decisions like that, man. Especially if you're just, you know, if you're sketching, creating content, creating art for someone, like a commission or something like that, or whatever. Like, you know, getting that sort of flow down is really important. Yeah, there. Now I'm going to. Where's my pen? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to now put a thick, heavy holding line around that arm, because it is jutting right out. So is that hand, wrist. And I really want to keep it separate from the body. I don't want it to be embedded in that chest. So I want to keep it very separate. And so I thicken the line around it. There. He's almost like got a chicken leg for a forearm. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Oh my goodness, it's getting hot in here, guys. I might, I don't know how long I can continue drawing. Yeah, it's getting mighty toasty in here. Anyone on chat? Okay, no. Oh, yeah. I hope you're joining me for this cool Shin Godzilla zombie drawing using traditional art materials. Real drawings by an actual human. Yeah. So guys, if you have any questions at all, or you'd like to order a custom, or anything you'd like to, you know, kind of chat about or talk about or muse over, whatever, let me know in the comment section below. I'm live streaming, so you can ask a question directly to me now, and I will see it. And I can answer you right away. Yeah, that took a while to get going. Yeah, I couldn't see the chat box. And I thought I could, and then I told everyone, oh yeah, you know, it's all good, I can see it, and I still couldn't. So yeah, but now I can, for reals. Yeah. So, there we go, we've got some Shin Godzilla zombie action going on. And I'm gonna add that eye in there. Really small. Well, it's way, 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 way up on top of his head, right? And you're looking kind of down. Sorry, you're like, you know, looking up at him, and yeah, like, you know, so you can't really see his eye because it's far back and up. But the teeth, yes. I am just gonna make this like Tooth City, man. Like, he's really like gone over the edge in terms of a mutated head. Yeah. All kinds of stuff going on in there. Shark kind of teeth, like rows of teeth. And then given that angle, and then you know what? I am almost thinking that this is his tongue, but it's also like turning into a liquid as it flicks out. So yeah. Yeah, kind of give it that quality, you know. But yeah, like I really like, I love doing these. Like, what's not to love, eh? Like I'm doing Zombie Godzilla. Yeah, hard. Well, it's not that it's easy. It's just it's fun when you really get going. You've got your like. When you've got your design down, you've got your, you know, your character design down and your pose down and all that. When you get all that stuff kind of worked out, you know, and start adding the details and things like that, the fun stuff. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's great. You can kind of, you know, really be creative and not have to worry about structure or anything because it's already done, you know. You have to keep form in mind. Like, it's not something you can just drift off and do, you know. But it is like way more relaxing than, you know. Probably any other of the steps involved in doing the art. I think for comic books anyway. Yeah, you really want to get, and I'll be doing comic books, guys. I'll be doing comic book pages for you guys. Yeah, tune in for that. I'll be you know, letting you know when those are happening. Yeah, they're right here. I always have a lot of stuff going on at the same time. You know, keeps me engaged and keeps me sort of you know, frosty, so to speak. Yeah, like I'm going on to something different. I have to change it up and sort of, you know, yeah, go with the initial art narrative that I've already started on you know, some of the things, and yeah, so, you know, always having stuff around to keep you engaged and happy while you do it. Happier. So yeah, I always have a lot of different variety of things going on. Plus, hey man, I do, zombie daily, so I have to do that anyway. Like I have to have a lot of stuff going on anyway. So that's how I keep motivated, guys. A lot of people ask me about that, about motivation, and I kind of say like, look, find stuff that makes you happy, and do that first, like draw that kind of stuff first, and then, if you want to take some lessons or kind of find out how to really do it, that's whatever step you want to take. But yeah, just doing art for the fun of it is grand too. It was great, like, there. Yeah. How about that? Yeah. There. All right. Yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. I'm pretty happy with this so far. I like the leg, the under the leg sort of barnacle look that I've given him here. Like the melting tubercle kind of thing. I like those kind of details there. They turned out okay, I think. And some of the finer details in the foot here. Yeah, I'm really cutting it close there. It was intentional, not intentional. My intent was definitely to make this Godzilla because it's his full body, right? I wanted to, show as much of it as I could, zombified and with all the details and stuff like that. So I kind of had to use every molecule of the page, man, even though it's really close, But it won't, like, I'll fix that in post, so to speak. Like, the original will always obviously be this way. But, that's why when, you can see the finished product at my Patreon too, which is kind of neat. Like, you see it in a more finished, polished look. But my art always has mostly a sort of roughness to it, right? That's kind of the style that I've adapted to or morphed into or evolved into or whatever you want to call it. I sometimes leave pencil marks and things like that because I kind of want to. You know what? I don't think of this. I'm not philosophizing when I draw or anything, but since I'm doing it anyway, it actually helps me to sort of go like, oh, this is real human art, and it helps me to sort of point that out to people where everything else is so polished. Like all this really disgusting AI stuff is so gross. Like it's so wow, it's awful. And I'm just trying to do my part to show people that what real art kind of looks like sometimes by a real human, because it's going to slip away. It's gonna slip away, and then only the people who have bought original art when it was cheap, and relatively plentiful. They will be on top of a golden tower. Yeah, it's true, man. It's like anything, you get in on the ground floor of something, and becomes a priceless almost thing, and yeah, I think original art will be like that someday soon, you know. And really, guys, I'm not trying to. This isn't like a plug or anything for my art. Shameless plug, but yeah, if you wanna buy some original art, or if you want me to do a custom for you of a character, or if you want me to do a zombie portrait for you, I will gladly do that. You know, you'll have that original art, which is very affordable right now, and it might just go up in price. Imagine that. You can look it up and go, oh, the artist is this, the title is this, I have it. Oh my God. What? What, honey? It's worth $25,000. No! Yes! You paid $80 for that 5 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. $25,000. I'm very good at creating scenarios. No, I can totally see that though. I'm not even kidding. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not being. I'm joking about, like, I'm doing it as a gag, but I'm not kidding about this. The sentiment is very, very plausible. Yeah, adding some nice chocolate covered details in there. Okay, there we go with some more denser details in the tail there, some veins and weird sort of shapes and holes and crevices and yeah, all kinds of stuff going on in there. In the skin, the flesh, whatever it's called on Godzilla. It's one thing I loved about Shin Godzilla was when they were just trying out every form of weapon on him, and everything. Like he wasn't even responding to anything. Like it was almost insulting to them. You know, I'm not even looking in your direction yet you're throwing an A-bomb at me. It's like, you know. Yeah, that was creepy, man. That was totally creepy. You know, and that's what I loved about it. Like that was probably one of the most like horrific Godzilla movies. You know, kind of like the first one, like dead serious and you know, rooted in reality and you know, no funny stuff, man. Like no flying Godzillas, man. Unless it was like, you know, let to evolve, and then you'd see like an actual flying Godzilla with wings or something, you know. Yeah, it's such a shame they will never do a sequel to that, man. Like, but I guess you can't. Like, you can't, because he would just, like, there's no stopping him. Like he takes over the Earth. The end. You know. He takes over the Earth and the cosmos. You know? Yeah. End of story. There are no credits to roll, man. But, yeah, still, it'd be kind of cool to see more of him. But yeah, they kind of painted themselves into a corner in terms of like going, well, he's like literally omnipotent, you know. In a few moves, he'll be literally omnipotent. So yeah, it's kind of hard to, you know, ask anybody who's written Superman before. That's the one thing that's tough about Superman. That's the one thing that's tough about him is like in writing him is I think that aspect, you know. At least that's what I would like. I would go in thinking that that was the toughest thing. Like, you have to give him villains that are on the same power level as him, but not destroy the Earth, you know. And that's like, well, that's really tricky. So then you have to get villains that, you know, maybe outsmart him more, even though he has a super brain, you know. I guess I don't know what his powers are specifically, like if that is a thing. I could see it definitely being a thing in the past, like having him use his super brain to like figure things out. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that, but I might have heard of it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's tough, man. He's a tough guy to write because, you know, you gotta really think of stories that. Or villains rather, sorry, that are on his level, but, you know, in different ways, I guess, or groups, or yeah. Anyway, things I think about when I draw too. Well, you know what? They're pitting Godzilla against every superhero in Marvel and DC right now, man. I don't know if you guys noticed that, or like if you guys are comic book nerds like I am, but holy cow, they're like everywhere you look, like every company's got Godzilla, man. Well, the big two rather, sorry, but yeah, they're really doing like the Godzilla stuff heavy, man. Okay, all right. I like the first. You know what? I got the first. DC superheroes Battle Godzilla, or maybe it was a Justice League Battle Godzilla or versus Godzilla. Yeah, versus Godzilla versus Kong. So it's that universe too. So maybe that's why both Marvel and DC have it. Like, because one. They even used an image of the cartoon for a alternate cover. Yeah, so I'm like, wow, they have like all the Godzilla power in the world. Like, they reference their own comic. They reference the cartoon, a couple of the movies. Yeah, they had Jet Jaguar in there, I think, in the what was it, the X-Men one? I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, man, like Marvel has all the juice for all the Godzilla all the Godzillas, man. But DC has all the legendary stuff too. So I guess that could, yeah, actually it does include Rodan and all them. They were in there too. So yeah, DC's got a lot of Warner Brothers. So Toho's hopefully making some extra cash to make more Godzilla movies. That'd be awesome. It only takes them $15 million to make an Academy Award winning monster movie. So I think they can do it, man. Yeah, 15 mil for Godzilla -1. That is unbelievable, man. So yeah, adding some more details in there, creating form, shape, textures. I'm going to be using a bit more of the round, melty sort of shapes to describe some of the forms here. So yeah. There we go. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Oh yeah, he's got crazy teeth, man. Yeah. How about that? All right. Yeah. There. And you know, this is sort of like the first run with the you know, inks. Like I said, I've got my number 2 close by. Yeah, right here. And I'll be kind of going in a little deeper and getting some more details in there, and you know, more textures, shadows. I will create a whole army of shadows. I am the Shadow Man, Spider-Man. No. Shadow Master. Yes, Shadow Master. Yes. I will create a whole army of shadows. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, man. Yeah. How to do an entire animated series with like 100 cells. 100 animation cells. We did it. We did our 100th episode with 100 animation cells. Just moved them around a bit. But the music, though, the music was crazy. Yeah, the music for that Amazing Spider-Man, or the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show back in the 70s was awesome. Like, that's straight up, like, Zeppelin, Cream, like, all those, like, crazy psychedelic bands, you know? Yeah. That is an awesome soundtrack. That is an awesome soundtrack. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of pop some of those little details out a bit, make them look a little more three-dimensional. You know, add a bit more depth. That's what I'm kind of going in and doing with the smaller nib or smaller tip rather. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing with this more nice thick holding lines there for the other hand. You know, it's all about making the character pop, right? In this you know, context, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, heavier, stronger, bolder. You know, I'm gonna kind of put some bolder, thicker lines in there. Make it look like he's got, you know, different levels of musculature. You know, and because he does actually. If I'm not mistaken, that's how he's kind of portrayed, I guess, in the movie. Kind of like that. But yeah. Either way, it doesn't, like, I'm not really concerned with trying to make him look like he did in the movie, like, specifically. I'm making a zombie version of him. So, like, there's a lot of decay and stuff, and and like maybe things have fallen off of them. There's rotting and boils and like steaming areas and like hot, all kinds of weird textures and things. Bone sticking out. It fused to flesh, and oh man, there's another rib cage in there. What's that for? Like, is that another creature or something? So yeah, just things like that, like things that you'd go like, oh cool, and it kind of raises questions, about what it might be turning into as well, So you kind of add those things in because you can, like it's your version of the thing, right? And again, I'm just kind of doing it to entertain and to go, yeah, like this is what this, zombie Godzilla would look like. Check it out. It's just cool to see. It's just cool to see. When you have zombie Godzilla and art in the sentence, you can't go wrong, man. It's awesome, Yeah. So speaking of rib cages, there's a bunch of weird, that's kind of what I'm talking about. That kind of like stuff in his, like on his skin, right? Or embedded in his skin, or coming out of his skin, just adds to the sort of horror, right? Like the tail, but I can't really show too much of that because. First of all, I kind of don't want to go like, okay, it's obviously that Godzilla. It obviously is, but that's enough. Like, I'm not going to make the tail kind of look like that too. I'm going to kind of make the tail have, these things, but not. I don't think the skulls and stuff like that, or the it's too small. It's too far away for those details. Yeah. Also, yeah, just putting some more thickness into that tail. There. And yeah, more details. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool, I think. So what do you say, guys? You gonna check out my Patreon? Check it out. It's so fun, man. There's so much stuff there. So much zombie art to peruse. And if you have the ways and means, man, I would sure appreciate some extra support. Your funding goes directly to art supplies for me to create more art for Zombie Daily, because creating this much zombie art, or any art for that matter, and in the volume that I do, takes many resources. And I'll tell you, like, I use every scrap of everything, or I'll recycle. But like, I'll even use the backs of drawing pads and stuff to do the art, anything. So I really make the money go far, but as I would love the page to grow, it would be great to get full arrays of different types of art supplies. So the art will change. You'll be responsible for actual change in my art and in what you see on the page, man. So and I'd like to do some more live streams of you know, if you want to get a custom done, I could do an actual live stream of me doing your custom. So that would be kind of cool too. I want to offer that as a kind of a perk or as a thing. You know, if you'd like me to do a custom for you of any you know, character, your own, whatever, it doesn't matter. I can do a custom for you and do it live, so you actually watch me do it from top to bottom, man. So you'll know it's coming. You'll know it's coming. It'll be in the mail, man. It'll be in the mail, you know, very shortly after. And, you know, you'll get the high-res JPEG. And, yeah, it'll be your custom piece of art, man. Custom piece of art. There. There's some nice, crazy, silly, fresh details, man. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh. Oh. Little monster in there. Kind of sticking out. Or is it? Or are they all a bunch of monsters sticking out? Yeah, this is actually a 5, so I'm kind of doing the big overall details first, and then I'll put in the smaller, more minute. But yeah, man, I'm even doing, you know what, put like fungi, like mushrooms or whatever, on his legs, like these huge, gigantic fungus protrusions, you know. Because yeah, why not? Like it's more kind of mutation and transitioning to something else, like evolving into something else. Yeah. Yeah. What that, guys? If you're just tuning in, I am Rob Cicchetto, the zombie guy, the guy who invented zombie portraits way back in 2006. A land far away. Yeah, that time. That was a time. But yes, I did that, and I've been drawing zombies ever since. More zombies drawn than any other human on this planet that we're on. So and you're watching me draw more right now. All of which will go on my Patreon page for you to check out. And as I mentioned, if you have the ways and means, if you know to throw in maybe $2 a month, that would be awesome. That would I can't even begin to tell you how wonderful that would be to me. All the funding goes to buying more art supplies, different, more, better, what have you, art supplies, and to create more art for this very channel and page, Patreon page. All of the art also too goes on my zombie portraits page. So do not forget about the zombie portraits, guys. That is the flagship thing. Man, I'd love to do yours next. I've done over 10,000 of those on all over this planet since 2006, and I'd love to do yours next. So check out zombieportraits.com. And even for more art, while you're there, just scroll down right to the bottom and check out what new additions I have added to the blog. If you got your phone, you're in a doctor's office, you want to check out some zombie art, man. Yeah, pull that up. That'll entertain. You know, some of your favorite pop culture characters and video game characters and all that kind of stuff. Right up to Godzilla here. Many different types of Godzilla zombies on the page. Yeah, just type in Godzilla into the search bar and have yourself a ball, or even kaiju, because I've done like many of the many of the kaiju from the Godzilla mythos franchise, if you want to call it. Yeah. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going around there. If you want to check that out, lots of fun. Yeah, you can watch me do this Godzilla drawing right now, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. It's hot as it's hot AF in here, but somehow sorry guys, somehow I'm still managing. Yeah. Thank goodness there was a breeze today. Thank goodness. Oh man, if there hadn't been, oh, that would have been awful. I planted a tree today too. Yay! Yep. Planted a nice tree today as well. And the many things that I do. Yeah, I planted a nice tree today, and I really wanted to get a bunch of stuff ready. Yeah, like this Godzilla, actually I did the drawing of it last night. But I didn't do it as a live stream or anything, because I just wanted to. I didn't know how long I'd be. I had come back from visiting, and I didn't know if I'd be doing anything. But then I did, and I didn't do it like publicly. I kind of just drew the Godzilla and maybe touched up a couple of things here and there last night, but I didn't do much. I think I did some stuff on this zombie pinup diva. Yeah, and I think that was it. Like, drew the Godzilla, did this. But yeah, I drew it like from scratch down here with no reference or anything. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'll see if folks want to see me draw this today on the live stream, and many of you actually said yes for sure. And I'm also on DeviantArt. If any of you guys are on DeviantArt, if you want to check me out there too. I think I'm Original Zombie on there, if I'm not mistaken. I sometimes I have trouble remembering my handles on things, but yeah, lots of zombie art there too, and I think some regular art too. Like, I think some just regular art as well. Of all kinds, like celebrity drawings and all sorts of things. So, like Bigfoot stuff too. Like, it's not just zombie stuff that's on the DeviantArt page. So yeah, if you want to check that out, if you're interested in checking that out, like nature stuff too. There's nature stuff on there. You know, my nature drawings. So yeah. And if you'd like to get any prints for yourself, I have a print shop. Online print shop, and you can also get the Cape Fear graphic novel there too, and the Zombie Handbook too, if you'd like. And I'll leave the link in the description below. But yeah, if you want to get a copy of the Zombie Handbook, or if you want to get a copy of the Cape Fear graphic novel, I can sign it for you too. And if you'd like, and mail it out to you. Many prints, lots of different prints on there too. Yeah, man, yeah, like the nature prints and stuff like that too. So much good stuff. Yeah, and you can get it all there in one stop. You know. and peruse the prints and see if there's anything you like there for your home, you know. Yeah, man, I do all sorts of art, not just zombie stuff, but man, I just love the zombie stuff so much, and I've kind of just made it a career, and I'm always loving it. I'm always loving it, you know. And I would love to do your zombie portrait next. That would be great, and you know, I know how much of a great gift it makes too. So if you want to give a really special gift to someone, especially horror fans, like, man, you can't go wrong with a zombie portrait. Like, it's almost the ultimate gift. It's almost the ultimate personal gift, man. Like, what else is more personal than that? You know? Oh, I got Kane Hodder to sign my print. It's like, okay, that's all right, but, you know. I'm not knocking that. I'm just joking about it. No, that's guys. Obviously, that's totally cool. Like, you know, getting horror celebrities to sign your stuff, man. As if, but yeah, getting a zombie portrait, man. Like, that's of you, or like the person you're giving that gift to, and it's drawn by a professional artist. And you get the original, so there's a lot of cool components there, man. I think, especially for, like I said, for a horror fan, you know. Yeah, so check out zombieportraits.com, zombieportraits.com. I'd like to shout out CreatureCon. Can't wait for CreatureCon. That is going to be awesome at the end of September. Yeah, man, super looking forward to that. Some great guests, some really great guests. Man, I can't wait for that. Some awesome films are showing. Wow, like, yeah, you got to check out the. I should get I should put a link to that down in the bottom too, so you can check that out too. So that's happening in Sudbury at Les Places des Arts. I think it's 29th and 30th. Yeah, like, don't quote me on the date. I always forget those things. But yeah, check it out. Check out CreatureCon in Sudbury. I am doing like I said, I'll be doing the poster for it probably right in front of your eyes for a live stream. So I'm doing the exclusive poster for the event also, so that's very cool. I'm very honored to do that, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that for you guys too as a live stream, you know, and I'll kind of show you the whole process for doing stuff like that, top to bottom too, and that's pretty involved, right? Because, you know, got to use specific reference of some characters, and I think kind of do it in a style that is, like, you know, comic booky. So I think I'm actually going to do it like all in one piece instead, like, but have, I think, the like lettering maybe added in post. I'm not sure, but like anything that goes like in a round, you know, sort of box, so to speak, or round like disc, like any character that goes in there on the cover will actually be drawn in there, you know, not sort of added in post type thing. So it will be a basic cover of, you know, comic, but like I think all the other lettering and words, text, and all that stuff will be added after. Yeah, I kind of like the Terrifier 2 thing right in front of me here that you guys see when I do con reviews. Yeah, that was like done in one, like that was done like just as the raw art, and then all the lettering and everything was put on afterwards, of course, because it's, you know, it's a poster, right? The comic book thing is a lot different, but I'm gonna draw it like that. I don't think they would do that nowadays, but I'm gonna draw it like that, you know. have the characters in the bubbles and stuff, and you know, yeah. I don't know, maybe even put the title on there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's going to go, you know, be added in post. And I might even draw the letters anyway. They just will be drawn separately and added in, you know, afterwards. So, but yeah, so I'll be doing that poster, guys. If you want to see me do that, if you want to tune into that, I'll be doing that pretty soon. I'm looking forward to it. And it's all part of CreatureCon, which I am mega excited for. I can't wait for that. That's going to be super fun. There. Some more Godzilla zombie action. Hope you guys are digging this so far. Just adding a little bit more definition in the leg here and in the side, because he's sort of becoming skeletal, right? Like he's losing a lot of mass, whether it's from just radiation runoff or whatever, but he's still regenerating, and it's creating like boils and all kinds of weird tumors and all kinds of weird stuff, you know, instead of what it should be, because like the zombieism won't let him regenerate correctly, right? These are things I think about when it, you know, in doing the drawing, right? Like that you know, that keeps it within its you know, within its vibe, you know. So yeah. Okay. So, a couple more of these on his back. The fins, they call it. Yeah, I guess kinda. It's kinda hard to categorize what they really are. Like, I guess in a dinosaur it would be like the Stegosaurus, you know, those types of things, but then all mutated and weird. Yeah, and that's the regular Godzilla. That's not this Godzilla. That's the regular. His back spines are kind of like a Stegosaurus, but all mutated and weird. You know. Because what are they then? Like cooling apparatus for his radiation? Like what purpose do they serve? You know, they light up when he you know does his fire gimmick, man. Like when he breathes his atomic breath. But what do they do? Yeah. I'm sure there's an explanation for that out there. Yeah, just adding more weight to the proceedings, giving him a heavier you know, weight to the lines, darkness, with those teeth. I'm trying to make those come out, you know, a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more obviously there. And then the bottom of his mouth, sort of there. And his jawline, in and around here. But yeah, so many like weird scars and yeah. Yeah. And like he's really dark gray. Like he's really charcoal dark gray, man. Like yeah, he's almost like black, like burnt. You know, in the movie, right? So yeah, like this is a very lightly colored, and that's probably because of the the zombification in itself. Like it's turning his flesh like that gray, brown, weird, like ghostly, you know, like color, you know, matte color, you know. So yeah. I like that. Like I like that, you know. Like I kind of did that with the Attack on Titan sort of Godzilla that I did. It was sort of the Ghost Godzilla, and yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Like he was white. He was a white sort of Godzilla, and yeah, he looked really cool, I thought. It wasn't all super white, but like you know, more gray. Yeah, I kind of like that. Like gray, man. There's so many different nuances in gray that you can add, right? To sort of add depth and things. So you know, yeah, it's kind of good to have different shades of gray and like warm and cool too, like warm grays and cool grays. No, I think that's too small. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I gotta add the teeth are gonna be. Can't use the big holding line for the teeth because they're just gonna be way off. So I'm kind of using the 5. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Huh? You hear me? We don't know what's going on with his tongue. It could be, like I said, turning into a liquid as he's lashing it out. Yeah, there. So now the question is, what color do I do inside of his mouth? Like I kind of want to go with, I literally want to go with red, but I don't know. I think that might be too on the nose. Like, yeah, and then pink is weird. Pink inside is weird. He's a zombie. There's no pink in that. There's no pink in Zombie. Like what? Like and then purple, right? Because his death ray or whatever is purple. But then that's not. He's not using his death ray, man. What? You know what? Maybe purple and red. Yeah. Making decisions in the world today. Yes. As I'm doing it, it's kind of just happening. Yeah. And I guess that's the kind of beauty of watching someone do it. You know, you really get to see the process because it's like yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I kind of I'm kind of changing things on the fly too because it's that kind of drawing, right? And I'm not too shook about it. I'm not too overly concerned I'm being very free and easy about it, and I'm enjoying it, you know, and I'm adding stuff as I kind of go, you know. So I'll do that. And then I'll put in the red, and then you can kind of see more where the teeth are. Yeah. I could even add another row of teeth with my whiteout pen. Yeah. I add some like just detailed in teeth, you know, like with the white. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. Sometimes, you know, you go with your instincts, right? You've done it before. So, you know, you kind of go, I think that would work, and it does. This does work, I think. It's not too overpowering, you know, I don't think. It's you know, subtle enough that it doesn't take too much away from the rest of the drawing, you know? Seems like it's part of the drawing. So, yeah. Maybe add a bit more red up in there. And if I have to maybe, you know, embellish some of the inks in there, you know, because of the paint, because of the opaqueness of the paint, then yeah, I'll do that. You know, detail upon detail because of that paint, but that's okay, you know. Just adding some maybe red scar tissue. You know, lightly, not too much. But yeah, he's all like there's bloody areas all over him type of thing, you know. Yeah, he's like an open wound, a walking open wound that kills. Yeah, there. Yeah, I think that's cool. I like the addition of the red. You know, I usually don't go on top of areas I've already inked with more, you know, but you know, it's okay because these types of pieces are more of a process than a like, oh, I gotta get it done, or oh, it's for, you know, someone requested it or whatever. This is more of like, okay, it's a sketch that went too far, you know. It could still be your next tattoo, man, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. There's lots and lots of detail in here, and you know, that's totally intentional because that's the kind of drawing that it is. It's kind of meant to like sort of be that gnarly, like pure art inspired craziness. You know, going for every molecule of what it's supposed to be, right? Like Zombie Godzilla, man. You better turn that up to the, you know, the highest decibels, you know, that you can, because that's the kind of drawing that requires that kind of attention, you know. For me, you know, that's the kind of thing that you know, needs you know, to be very embellished and detailed and stuff like that. It needs to be a wow piece, you know, I think. And man, so many artists. You know what? I don't know a lot of names of the kaiju guys that do really good that do good kaiju art. Like the comic book guys that do Godzilla stuff. But there are a lot of good ones out there. There are a lot of good Godzilla artists out there. I mean, you know, they do other stuff, right? Like, they do comics, so they do everything. But you know, they a lot of them do, you know, Godzilla related stuff for, man, I just guess whoever owns Godzilla right now. Is it IDW or I don't even know who owns Godzilla right now. I know DC and Marvel use Godzilla right now, but I don't know who owns the rights to do comics of Godzilla in his universe and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. But see how I'm using the whiteout pen here to create more teeth in that sort of like unknown more area. It was kind of muddy up there, so I'm just giving it some clarification. And there too, you know. So yeah, gotta keep it zombie. Gotta keep it gangsta. There. So, if you didn't know, that was a line from Trailer Park Boys, from T. And for those of you who don't know Trailer Park Boys, man, the first 7 seasons are gold. I can't comment on the rest. I've seen some of it. I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't as engaged. But I'll tell you one thing: the first 7 seasons are like some of the funniest, warmest stuff you'll ever see on television. And raw AF, man, like very, very raw. You know, yeah, R-rated. So I highly recommend Trailer Park Boys. In fact, at one point, we loved Trailer Park Boys so much, me and a couple of friends would, like, you know, watch it religiously, you know, when it came out. In fact, it wasn't on any station that I had at the time, and my friend would actually record it on disc and bring it, and we'd watch it, or on tape or something. I think disc. I can't remember how we watched it, but yeah, so, but at one point we were like, you know what, we should write a comic book and do a comic book and see if they want to do a comic book of the Trailer Park Boys. So, so we kind of pitched in, and we had a couple of concepts going on, and both of them were really cool, but I said probably the most doable one is this one. So, the story was, it was, you know, Ricky realizes that people will let you house sit, and so they create a house sitting company in which they house sit, and then they go steal everybody's stuff in the house, and then they sell it at a yard sale or garage sale or whatever. So anyway, that was the kind of premise, right? And Leahy was like on, like, you know, wanting to get onto them and stuff, and take him to jail. You're going to jail, boy. Yeah, just, you know, the classic Leahy thing. So I did, like, I think 6 or 7 pages of it, and a cover, like a cover design idea, and we sent it to them. We sent it to, like, where they would take submissions, you know, of whatever, and we ended up getting a call from Ricky's dad, Ray. I can't remember his real name, but oh, damn, I can't remember his name, but he called us and said that, because he's a producer of the show, and he said, yeah, we got your comic. He goes, I think comic, and it's making its rounds through the office right now, and I'm trying to get it, but yeah, we did get it, and yada yada yada. So we kept that, we saved that message on our phone for like years. And finally, you know, we got rid of it. But yeah, we sent the comic treatment to them, and nothing ever happened. But they did end up coming out with a comic, like, not too long ago, but it was done by someone else, of course. But I think it was because they were under contract with Showcase. and I don't think they were allowed to kind of do stuff outside of the network. I think, I just have a feeling that was the reason, because I don't think they had the kind of freedom to do that, or they just didn't like it, or whatever. But I do have it. It was a lot of work, but it was, man, so much fun, and like creating the sort of like cartoon Ricky and Julian and Bubbles and all that was so much fun to do, and like I kind of did cartoon caricatures of them, and they're obviously in the comic, man. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, I'll actually post it on my Patreon page as bonus posts if you want to see that. It might already be up there. Maybe, I don't know. If you go to the page, if you go to my Patreon page and type in Trailer Park Boys or TPB, and they come up, it's there already. So check it out. But if not, then I'll put it on there as bonus posts, and you can check out the comic that I did that we sent to the Trailer Park Boys, man. Yeah. So, and the story goes on from that though too, which is really nuts. We used to go to this local bar, and like, so everybody kind of knew us, and like not just us, but like our group of friends and all that kind of stuff. And we were regulars and whatnot, and so. One night, we went there like almost every single night, and one night we just didn't go there, and like we used to like kind of just go there for one or two drinks. Sometimes we'd go longer, but sometimes we just go for a bit. But anyway, we didn't go one night, and our friend was calling us from the bar, and was saying, "Yeah, you gotta get over here really quick. Corey from the Trailer Park Boys is here. He's playing in a band. He's got his band, and he really wants to meet you." And so we got the message, like, I don't know, the next day or whatever. But he said that he carries around that comic in his guitar case as good luck. So that was, again, like one of those things where you go, that is so flattering, man. That's so awesome. And we got it signed by all of the boys, and Mr. Leahy as well, John Dunsmore, I think his name is. And he passed recently, which was an absolute horrible shock. But yeah, don't want to dwell on that. Rather dwell on the fun stuff. Yeah, so we met those guys too, and sometimes we talk about the comics and stuff like that, and this and that. So anyway, things that happen when you're an artist, man. Like, and I'm a willful boy, right? I'm a willful boy, so if I want to kind of do something, like I'll kind of do it and see what happens, type of thing, So. Yeah. Drawing is fun. Sorry. Okay. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's almost 11. Wow, guys. Okay, so I've been doing this Godzilla for 2 hours now? Yikes! I think I did some other stuff too. Yeah, I did that. Did that Pokemon Bulldog sort of guy too. But no, you know what? Like this does take time, right? It does take time because of the drawing time and stuff too. So yeah, it does take time. But hey, for a 2 hour session to basically, almost finish this Godzilla, drawing, that's not bad. That's not a bad time. 2 hours for this. I think that's pretty economical. And I'm just kind of like, I had the, it wasn't top to bottom because I already had the drawing kind of done and worked out, and I put the first wash on. you know. But I kind of did, I did that for you guys, so you wouldn't have to kind of sit through, you know, me just putting the wash on and having to wait for it dry. Excuse me. So you've seen me do that before, you know, putting the washes on. But you know, so this kind of had a bit of a head start. So maybe a 3-hour drawing. But you know, still, there's some nice Godzilla zombie action going on there. You know? Yeah. And maybe I'll put a little hint of yellow, pale yellow, up in there, up in the top regions. Yeah, a little bit of that. Brings it out a little bit, you know, especially when I'm gonna put a little bit more blue effect in the background, so that warm color will pop off the cool color of his tail, you know. So I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna put that blue gray in there for his tail and that back fin that you can sort of barely see there. And again, like, I'm going over my inks with the paint, but this is that kind of drawing. I can kind of do that, and if I want to put more, if I want to ink over the paint that's over the inks, I will do that too, you know. And guys, too, there's nothing set in stone with art. You know, you can follow techniques, and you can follow, like, the way, you know, certain mediums are used and all that stuff, but feel free to cut your own path and detour once you've sort of gotten things down, you know. But I really do, and you know what, you could say, oh well, it kills creativity. Nah, that's kind of you're kind of hiding behind that creativity angle. You know what, you really should learn the basics, guys. I really recommend, you know, learning the basics of how to draw, like just the human form, you know, natural things, like real things, like use anything as a study, a car, a tree, like all of those things. Like, always use, you know, life to draw from life all the time, and improve that skill. Like, make sure you can draw things from life kind of first before you start, you know, cutting your own path type of thing, because you'll just have more. You'll have more gear to work with, you know, mental gear and, like, experience to work with to mold things into what you want to do, you know. At least that's my advice, guys. At least that's my advice. You know, I kind of recommend that. Yeah. Learn how to kind of draw from the natural world first, and then make your move into your style. Lean into it, you know. And by all means, like, cut new paths, try new things, and mediums too. Try new mediums. That's kind of the thing I want to do with you know, with Zombie Daily. Like, you know, there's a lot of art materials out there that I don't have, that I do, you know, the Zombie Daily thing, and hope that people sort of go, oh, you know what, I'll throw in $2 a month for this dude to, like, you know, get cooler art supplies and make cooler art and stuff. Yeah, like, think of it in those terms. It's a circle, man. Like, the more sort of I'm able to get funding for art supplies, the more cool art I can do, you know, for you to see and experience. Yeah, so there's Zombie sort of Shin Godzilla, and we've kind of done him almost from the ground up. And I did, like I said, I didn't want to kind of bore you with the wash, the initial wash and drying of that initial wash. So I kind of started a little early, or sorry, I actually did start a bit early today too, because I was supposed to come in at 9, and I kind of came in at 22 or so. But yeah, I wanted to get more of this done, so that I could start doing the inking for you guys and show you how I do that, and that's kind of more fun, I think, too, you know. Yeah, for this anyway, because you kind of already saw the penciled version. You know, today, if you saw that penciled version I had today, which I scanned and kept because I want to, you know, I like that scanned penciled version. I think it's pretty complete. So yeah, I kind of like that. I kept the scan of the penciled version, and I usually don't. I usually don't even scan my penciled versions of stuff. Yeah, it's just another step I don't need to kind of do. So yeah, there we go, guys. Hope you can see most of the stuff that I'm doing here. Oops. Just as I say that. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to actually erase the rubble and just keep him on the page himself. And while I'm at it, I'm going to actually erase some of the other lines that are, yeah, there. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think he looks good. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, maybe add a bit more definition in his tail scales here, or fins or whatever. Yeah, that's what I've heard people call them too, is scales. I'm like, what do you mean? The fins? Yeah, so there's some more weird sort of fin growths. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch Shin Godzilla tonight. Tonight! And man, like, that movie, I love that movie so much because, like, the Godzilla appears, like, virtually within seconds of that movie opening. You know? You see him, like, you see, like, his first iteration or whatever. And I love that. I like, man, you don't have to wait at all to to see Godzilla there. And one of the things that kind of freaked me out too was they kind of made the illusion that the scientist guy turned into Godzilla. Like, has anybody heard that theory? I kind of heard a theory like that, and I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, that's why his shoes were there. Like, he jumped in, and I don't know. Like, he jumped into the bay, and then he turned into the. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't get that. But if I'm mistaken, let me know in the comment section. Because, yeah, I heard that the scientist on that boat that they first find is Godzilla. Like, is the Godzilla that mutated into that Godzilla, the Shin Godzilla, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know if that's real, or I dreamt that, or that's an actual legit theory, or anything. Dreamt it. Yeah, there we go. There. How about that, guys? You like a Godzilla, huh? I would consider you scum compared to Krusty. Giuseppe. Yeah, not too stereotypical, man. He's on a pizza box, for God's sakes. That is awesome. I love that so much. Being half Italian and all, that is just, oh man. Yeah, when the restaurants are like trying to kill Homer, man, that was one of the funniest episodes. Why doesn't he just give it up and wear track pants? He says that the crotch wears out too fast. Like, what? Oh my god. He says the crotch wears out too... Like, who even asked him to say that? You know, like, those are thinking man jokes, man. Like, they're not just, you know, laugh track fodder. That is gold. He says the crotch wears out too fast. Who's he saying that to? Like, obviously the guy from the Chinese restaurant knows about it. Oh man, so much gear to unpack, as the kids say. Yeah. There, we got some Shin Godzilla zombieism going on. Yeah, I'm liking it. I think I dig this one. I really like this one. I hope you guys do too. And to see the finished full version, check out my Patreon page or Zombie Portraits, and you'll see the finished version there, and a little write-up about it and little things of that nature. Yeah. There we go. Shin Godzilla Zombie. Done with traditional art, step by step, by your friend and neighbor Rob Succhetto, the zombie guy. Yeah. I've drawn more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. I'm a pretty busy zombie drawing guy. And that's the truth. Yeah. It's not even that much of a stretch to believe. If you go to my Zombie Portraits page or my Zombie Daily page on Patreon, you will see the proof of what I speak. And most of that zombie art on there isn't even like the like zombie portraits that I've done. Most of it is just like this kind of pop culture stuff. So yeah, like add to that another 10,000 zombie portraits, and you'll start getting an idea of how many zombie drawings I've done in my career. Yeah, because I love it so much, man, and I you know what, I really love the reactions I get from people when they see my work, and yeah, like, it's such a thrill. I could do this forever. I will do this forever. I'll never get bored of it. I love it. You know what? I also do other things too. Like, I do comics and stuff too. I'll be showing you guys some of the comics that I'll be drawing really soon, like this week. Maybe even tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm working on Cape Fear 2, and you can join me on the journey of doing that. It's going to be another 150-page magnum opus, insane comic, graphic novel, without pity, man. Like, without roadblocks, man. Just straight up entertainment. Man, guys, check out Cape Fear 1, Power Struggle. That is in my print store, my print shop online. I will leave the link in the description below. And if you want to get yourself a copy of Cape Fear Power Struggle, the first graphic novel, it is there. And as you can see, I am working on well, you know what? I can even show you right now. I'm actually working on the second one right now. So this is a page from Cape Fear 2. Spoilers. But yeah, and I was doing a couple of pages the other day. I'm going to be doing some more new ones, new pages. So you can see that process happening of me doing comics, man. So it's not just illustrations. It's not just Godzilla. It's not just Pokemon. It's not just even zombies, man. It's comic book stuff too. Now, mind you, there might be zombies within this new Cape Fear comic or graphic novel, but we'll just have to see, won't we? Shouldn't we? Yeah. There, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow there, a little bit more intense yellow, and then I'm going to blend it in a bit with some gray. Yeah, I just want to pop. I just want it to pop there, so, you know. There. Yeah. There we go, guys. There's the Shin Godzilla zombie. I think I am done with this guy. I will either post this on my Patreon. What time is it? Okay, it's 11. It's after 11. Okay, so I will probably post this on my Patreon tomorrow, being the 23rd, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. So I'll post this tomorrow, and you can actually see the finished, scanned piece in its entirety tomorrow on my Patreon, and I will leave that link in the description below. And cheers, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's little session. I'll be doing some more Pokemon characters for sure. I will also be doing some more pinup drawings for sure. I've got two on the go up here. So I've got this one, and I've got this one going on too. You know, come and join me for those as well. I've got comics on the go. I've got some comics happening. I'm going to be doing that poster soon. All of the stuff that I'm doing here will go on my Patreon page and Zombie Portraits page. Check out zombieportraits.com. Get yourself a zombie portrait. Get your friend a zombie portrait gift. Give a zombie portrait gift to a horror fan or a zombie fan. They will love you for it. I promise you they will. They will dig it if they're a fan of zombies. There probably isn't a better gift on planet Earth than a zombie portrait for a zombie fan. Man, what can I say? I'm not just saying that because I'm doing them. I'm saying that because of what it really is. You know, it's an original piece of art specifically for that person, of that person. One of a kind like no other kind. So, and unbelievably affordable. You won't believe what I'm charging for zombie portraits. I'm charging for zombie portraits now the same amount I charged for zombie portraits in 2006. Show me one thing on earth that is the same price. One thing. So yeah, I take real pride in that, guys, and I strongly urge you to grab one. Again, while they're still at the price that they are. Pick up a Cape Fear Power Struggle book in my print shop. Check out the prints. Check out my t-shirt shop at T Public. Man, there's some some of the t-shirts are really going fast there. Some of the designs are really going fast, which is really crazy. So yeah, I'm like actually making money, from that store for the first time in, like, I don't know, 6 years. Yeah, like I make nothing off that store, man. Like, yeah, it's barely noticeable. It's like a couple bucks a month or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, lately a lot of the designs are really selling like hotcakes there, which is awesome. I'm really happy about that. So check out that. I will actually add that in the comments below or the description below as well. Because yeah, that store I almost never promote, but it's got some of the best designs I've done, and I've got other designs on there too that a friend of mine did that are really amazing. So yeah, really check that out. I'm gonna leave that and I think there's a sale on like right now. But they're always on sale, man, and that's so awesome. That is a great company, actually, I gotta say. And their commercials run like all the time on YouTube, man. So you know they really know the audience. I think they're really great at promo. So yeah, T Public, man. Check out my store there. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. But I think that's it for tonight, guys. I've got Godzilla kind of done, and kind of another Pokemon sort of started or continued. I'm going to do some more this week, but man, it's hot. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. My dome is like, I've been sweating the whole time just sitting here. So yeah, it's pretty gross. But yeah, I stuck it out for as long as I could. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Let me peel myself off my chair. Oh my goodness. Yarg. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon, real soon. I'll let you know when. I will post things everywhere and let you know when the next one's happening. All right. Peace and love, guys. Best wishes. Okay, bye-bye.